You ready? Buckle up. In the 25th year of our captivity, at the beginning of the year, on the 10th day of the month, in the 14th year after the city was captured, on the very same day, the hand of the Lord was upon me, and he took me there. We're off to a great start. You know what this is, right? It's a prophetic timestamp. What do you mean? Well, if my math is right, the last time Ezekiel had a prophecy update was 12 years prior to this. That's a long time. So again, why do we need to know down to the day? It was the 10th day of the month, the beginning of the year, the 25th year, the 14th year after the city, Jerusalem, Judah, was captured. On the very same day, the hand of the Lord was upon me, and he time-traveled me. I'm still trying to get unalived out of my mind after I heard that. It's like, he took me, and I time-traveled to the millennium. And verse 2, in the visions of God, he took me into the land of Israel and set me on a very high mountain. On it toward the south was something like the structure of a city. He took me there. I kind of like that. Lord, take me there. I want to go. Take me. And behold, there was a man whose appearance was like the appearance of bronze. He had a line of flax and a measuring rod in his hand, and he stood in the gateway. And the man said to me, verse 4, Son of man, listen very carefully to this. Look with your eyes and hear with your ears and fix your mind on everything I show you, for you were brought here so that I might show them to you. Stop right there. We'll finish verse 4 in just a moment. You know what God's saying to Ezekiel through this angel? He's saying, focus, concentrate. Don't just, because we're going to get into a lot of detail, but you need to know this detail. Fix your mind on this detail, on every detail, on everything. I want you to see it with your eyes. I want you to hear it with your ears. And I want you to just cement it in your mind. Because I'm going to show you some stuff. And I'm not just showing you just to show you. I'm showing you, and that's why you were brought here, Ezekiel. And this is why you time traveled here, Ezekiel, so that I could show you. You concentrate now on every detail, because you're going to, here's the rest of the verse, listen, declare to the house of Israel everything you see. Translated, take notes. Actually, get your phone out and record the thing. Because you're going to now declare what I'm about to speak to you and show to you to Israel for a reason. Verse 5. Now, there was a wall all around the outside of the temple. In the man's hand was a measuring rod, 6 cubits long, each being a cubit and a handbreadth. I don't want to get into the measurements and the equivalents and the conversions. It's immaterial. There is certainly symbolic meaning behind it, but the danger can be, and many do err greatly when they attempt to spiritualize this. No, this is not a spiritual temple. Why would God take Ezekiel into time travel, into the millennium, into Israel, to show him a spiritualized temple? That doesn't work. No, he's seeing a temple that will be erected and built. We're not told who builds it. I have a pretty good idea who does it. And it will stand there in the millennium for 1,000 years. And Ezekiel is now being told what this temple is going to be, how big it's going to be. And oh, by the way, those who are into this kind of thing, i.e. architects, builders, developers, actually, let me bring it a little bit closer to home for all of us. Wouldn't you pay a little bit more attention if you were able to see the mansion that you're going to have that's being built for you? Wouldn't you want to know what the measurements are, how many square feet there are, how many rooms there are? Wouldn't you be very interested if this were your dream home? Come on. I'm all ears. Really, because I've shared with you, I might as well, this is as good of a time as any, but just by way of a confession, when I would, which I haven't done for a while for obvious reasons, but when I would walk with my daughter to the beach, I would always walk, Flags, Kailua, I would always walk by this mansion that they were building. It took them 3 years. I don't know what the measurements were, but they might have got it out of Ezekiel 40, but this thing is huge. I mean, the guest houses are, in fact, I think the bathrooms are bigger than my house. I mean, this thing is just massive, and it was really well designed. I mean, the architectural design of it, and right there on the beach. And here's my confession. I coveted a little bit. And I'm walking by this thing going, oh, wow, this would be great. And then when you see a place like this, and then you go back to your box of a house with the termites and the cockroaches, you think, I don't want to live here anymore. I want to live there. Well, you're going to, but it's actually going to even be better than that. In fact, the place that is being prepared for you is going to make that look like, I'm sorry, a toilet at best. In comparison, in fact, there's no comparison. It would be criminal to try to compare the glory that awaits with that which is here, because no eye has seen, no ear has heard. So I only mention this because we, like Ezekiel, really should focus and concentrate on this, because this is very real, and this is a place that is going to be built, a temple that is going to be built, a literal temple. This is not spiritual. This is not metaphorical. And we have the measurements, and those, again, that are into this have taken these measurements down to the gnat's eyebrow, and yes, gnats have eyebrows, and they have concluded that this would be a magnificent building based on Ezekiel's measurements here in chapter 40 and beyond. So, did that help a little bit? I hope so. Okay, so now we get into all the details.